G'day guys, welcome back to Red Trucks. My name's Jim. Today's video is a Star Wars challenge. Now let me get this straight. I think it started with Charles Diecast Garage. I believe he put out a Star Wars or a video with Star Wars spaceships in it. And Rob from BIGKEG saw it and he showed his Star Wars gear. And then he issued a challenge to other collectors to show their Star Wars collectibles. And then on top of that, I think Charles Diecast Garage answered the challenge from BIGKEG, which started with Charles Diecast Garage, something like that. Bit confusing, but anyway, it's a challenge. And being a huge fan of the original Star Wars movie, I thought I'll get into this one. So, as you can see, that's my Star Wars collection in front of you. I did have a few other things, but I couldn't find them. So, Star Wars came to Sydney, Australia in 1977. And at the time, I was just starting high school, I believe. And it was a pretty tough time for me going to a new school. I just recently lost my dad 4 or 5 years earlier. So I was really struggling, and then along came Star Wars, and I really got into this movie. I really escaped from reality, I guess you could say, into this movie. And it was just a great time to be alive back in 77, because after Star Wars, I think we also had Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and then we had the Alien movie. So a really great time for sci-fi movies back in the mid to late 70s. So, all right, let's have a look at a few things. Let me just say, anything Star Wars that came out, I would collect it. Newspaper clippings, magazines, anything like that. Mad magazines with Star Wars articles or caricatures. Yeah, I was a crazy Star Wars fan. So let's have a look at what I got. These old Star Wars magazines, look at that, $2.95. So yeah, a few articles and pictures about the movie. I'll try not to spend too much time on this. There's George Lucas, what a genius that guy was. C-3PO. Yeah, so there's that one. There's Obi-Wan and Darth battling it out. And we got a few other magazines. This one was $1.25 back in the day. Famous Monsters. There's Princess Leia putting the information into R2-D2 that Luke would find later on, Luke and Han. Yeah. There's George Lucas, our hero. A few of the characters, R2-D2, Darth, the Sand People, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Jawa, Stormtrooper. I think it was Grand Moff Tarkin, played by Peter Cushing. It's a famous scene where Obi-Wan goes into the Death Star to turn off the force field, I think it was. Got a few more here. $1.50. Oops, it's folded out into a huge, massive poster of C-3PO and R2-D2. All these great things you could collect. There's another issue, issue 5. This is issue 5. What was the poster in this one? It's Darth Vader. Yeah, I can't fold it out. The camera's too close. But yeah, Darth Vader. I used to have posters of Star Wars all around my bedroom walls. I've actually still got the posters rolled up somewhere. Here's a Stormtrooper. If you can see that properly. Yeah, big Stormtrooper poster. Again, some of the old merchandise on the back that you could get back in the day. Action figures. Luke's land speeder. X-Wing fighter. Masks. Badges or belt buckles. Radio controlled R2-D2. TIE fighter. Laser pistol or blaster. Let's have a look at the last one of this type of magazine. Issue 4. I wonder what the poster is on this. It's Chewbacca. Chewbacca. What a funny name to call a sci-fi creature like Chewbacca. Chew tobacco. Looks like a giant Yowie or Bigfoot. Now here is the actual magazine they were handing out at the cinemas back in Sydney when I first saw it. And I've looked online, these are actually worth $125. They were handing these out for free at the time. Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, Peter Cushing. Carrie and Peter are no longer with us, unfortunately. I actually think Mark and Harrison Ford are two of the only remaining members of the cast that are alive. Obi-Wan's long gone. Anthony Daniels, who played C-3PO. Kenny Baker, who played R2-D2 when it wasn't a remote control one. Peter Mayhew. Apparently Peter Mayhew was like 2.2 metres tall. A lot of these actors were actually British. David Prowse played Darth Vader. The voice was by James Earl Jones, I believe. David Prowse was some sort of weightlifter or bodybuilder. Massive big guy. There's the Jawas. Oh, Tusken Raiders. I called it Sand People. Oh, it is Sand People, but yeah. The Alliance, the Rebels. Just a fantastic storyline. Pretty basic when you think about it, but, you know, it had the good versus the evil, the princess, the handsome heroes. Just an all-time classic. Love that movie. So, yeah, I had that. And also have this 1978 calendar, which I never used. Let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully you can get this in shot. 1978. There's that classic scene where Darth picks up the rebel and they switch to a shot of his feet off the ground. Remember that scene? There's Luke when he was looking for a droid. I love Luke's hair. I actually had my hair done like his back in the 70s. Love that hairstyle. I know, kind of weird. Yeah, there's Luke and C-3PO. There's the Tusken Raider with a Bantha. Luke and his land speeder. Before Star Wars, I think Mark Hamill was famous for American Graffiti or... No, I think it was Corvette Summer. Yeah, Corvette Summer. There's Chewbacca and C-3PO playing that 3D computer game. And C-3PO ended up winning, didn't he? And Chewbacca got a bit annoyed. And then who was it that said, you better let the Wookiee win? I think it was Han Solo. Something about, you know, don't upset a Wookiee. Always let the Wookiee win. There's C-3PO when he had his, I think he had his oil bath or something. Or Luke's fixing him. Yeah. He reminded me a lot of the British butler, C-3PO, the way his mannerisms and the way he spoke. It's a classic scene of a stormtrooper. Han Solo and Chewbacca. Oh, there's that scene where we're in the trash compactor. I didn't like that scene. That sort of stressed me out when I was a kid. Seeing those walls close in. You know, trying to brace the walls with this metal pole. And then Luke finally got onto R2-D2 to shut it down. Just in time, of course. There's Obi-Wan trying to shut down the force field on the Death Star. And there's a scene with Princess Leia and Luke. Oh, yeah, and sad scene when Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan. Well, Obi-Wan sort of let him kill him so that he could become more powerful. But yeah, there's that old calendar there from 1978. Never used it. Might be worth some money, who knows. Probably won't sell it. Probably take it to my grave. Okay, and on to the novel. How are we going for time? 10 minutes, not too bad. Here's the novel. Probably read this about 20 times. I even put a plastic plastic cover on it so I wouldn't damage it. But there's the ticket stubs in there. I actually went and saw Star Wars. I paid to see Star Wars 14 times. Very first time my mum took me to see it back in 77. I was just a teenager, I think. I can't remember anyway. I don't want to give away my age. Anyway, so there's the ticket stubs. And look at the prices. $1.75. First one was $3.50 for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, that's my mum's ticket stub. That's why. Adults, $3.50. Children under a certain age, $1.75 back in 1977. And nowadays for an adult, it's about $23. So 77 is 23 and 20. That's 46 years ago. So there's some of my stubs. I didn't keep them all. So I've got them numbered. The first time, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then at the back, 7 and 8. By the 8th, it had gone up to $2. Now, from memory, I believe Star Wars stayed in the cinemas in Sydney for at least 1 year, if not more. It was just amazing for a movie to do that at the time. It was just unheard of to stay in the cinema for 1 year. And it was also brought back a couple of times as well. So yeah, great memories. My favourite character wasn't Luke. It was actually Darth Vader, the bad guy. But like I said, I just loved Luke's look. So yeah, there's all the magazines and that done. Let's have a look in the box. Let's go down a bit. Let's see what we got. I don't know what that's doing in there. That's like is that a pair of binoculars? Yeah, not even Star Wars binoculars. So yeah, I don't know what that's doing in there. Ignore that. And we've got a Star Wars sticker. It was never stuck. C-3PO and R2-D2. Another Star Wars sticker, Imperial Troops. Never stuck, probably won't stick now. There's a slightly tarnished, wasn't a stormtrooper, it was like a snow trooper, wasn't it? Movable arms, these are, I can't see the brand name, but these were one of the original Star Wars toys that came out when the movie was released. Not sure if it's Kenner. Can't see any brand anywhere yet. Yeah, slightly miscoloured. All the weapons should be in the box. Let's sit him up there. I've got these cards. There's a whole set here. That's number 1 to 72. There's a few different colour variations of these cards with different colour borders. I've got the blue set, and at the back were facts. And it actually it was like a jigsaw puzzle, made a picture. So yeah, I've got these cards. Probably not worth much. Certain colours are worth more. Love that shot of Luke. Look at that hair. Great hairstyle for the day. Handsome guy. Chiseled chin. Yeah, I just wanted to be him. Back in the day. There's a Darth Vader sticker. Again, never stuck. Got an old newspaper clipping. Oh, that's the original Newspaper clipping for Star Wars. Look at that. Oh no. First time on television. This is an advertisement in the paper to say it was coming to TV, yeah. Special time tonight, 7:30 on Channel 10. Unfortunately, I can't see the date. So, yeah, can't tell you. But yeah, that's the sort of person I was back then. I just collected anything on Star Wars. Okay, so here's some Star Wars music that I recorded for some reason. I don't know why I recorded it, because I have the original soundtrack here. London Philharmonic Orchestra. That guy John Williams was an absolute genius who composed the music for Star Wars, because he also composed many soundtracks for movies like Star Wars and I think Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The guy was just a genius. Here's part 1 and part 2 of the Star Wars soundtrack again. I'm not sure if these actually work. These are cassettes. Some of you guys might never have seen a cassette before. Some of you younger guys, but yeah, that's what we used to listen to music on before CDs. Okay, so it looks like we've got a TIE fighter here. Let's put him together. I think there's a piece missing at the back. Oh, here it is, with a little pilot. That's not Darth Vader, that's just one of those Imperial pilots. And that just fits into this way, I think, yeah. And then you can sort of see him in there through the window. So yeah, that's an old TIE fighter toy. What brand was it? Here's the brand here. Yeah, but is it upside down? Oh. Made in Hong Kong, Kenner production. Must be a serial number there. Yeah, Kenner's a famous brand for making Star Wars things. Don't know what that guy is doing in here. He's not even Star Wars. Don't even know who he is. Just one of my old toys, I guess. Here's C-3PO. Very light, very plasticky, but original. I think this is a Kenner as well. Made in Hong Kong. Yeah, but these were the original Star Wars figures that came out. Got a Stormtrooper. See him up there. Got Luke with his telescopic lightsaber. Settle down, Luke. Put your pole away. Put your lightsaber away. There you go. Just sit down there with the guys. Another Stormtrooper, slightly worn, but sort of gives it a realistic effect now. Those are some guns. Just put a gun in his hand. Maybe that's not his gun. Anyway, I got a gun, see? So, yeah, you can't have too many Stormtroopers. There's the cape of this guy. Sort of fits. I think the bit of string's gone. But that was his cape. There's R2-D2. Swiveling head with a spring. Movable arms. Who doesn't love R2-D2? There's one of the bad guys. I think he worked in the Death Star, holding his gun. Let's see if we can see the brand on this guy. Just made in Hong Kong. There's Darth Vader with his lightsaber that comes out. Still wearing his cloak. Got all his gadgets on his chest. Yeah, he had sort of a lopsided step. He couldn't stand up. See how the feet are a bit uneven. Yeah, that's him. Oh, there's Boba Fett. Love Boba Fett. One of my favourite characters. Where's his gun? I've got a few guns. There's got a big stormtrooper gun there. Got another blaster there. Maybe Boba can hold that one. Yeah, there you go. Boba Fett. Got a couple of cloth patches. Star Wars. And Darth Vader lives. And there's another cloak. Oh, that's a cloak off a snowtrooper. Another gun. So yeah, that's my action figures. Still got them. How was that scene where the classic scene where like C-3PO puts his hand on R2's head at the celebration at the end? You know, when they come out, they're all sparkling and that. These two are a lot like Laurel and Hardy or Abbott and Costello, like a tall, skinny guy and a short, stumpy guy. Yeah. Memories. All right, let's put them all back in the box. Don't know who this guy is. It's not G.I. Joe, but he looks pretty bad, eh? Pretty muscular. Okay, let's put the thing in there, that in there. Okay, so that's all my old stuff. Not a lot. I might put that book in there too. Oh, there's a blaster. See? Okay. Oh, and these go in there too, don't they? I have to repack that. So onto my newer Star Wars stuff. I picked this up a few months ago at a flea market. Had no idea what it was. It just looked cool, so I grabbed it. And then when I looked underneath, I found out it was actually Han Solo's car. Han Solo, 2015 copyright. And when you look closely, this does resemble the Millennium Falcon. Is it a gun turret or just one of the viewing windows? But yeah, it looked like off a Millennium Falcon. Showed this before in a video. Yeah, just kind of cool. And to finish off the video, we got this one, which I got from Rob at BIGKEG. I have opened it very carefully. I found a way to slice it open. So let's take it out. So the ATST, got a little action figure there. Should I take him out? Probably. Oh, he just fell out. Everything fell out. So there he is. How does he come out? Well, he's even got his own little plastic tomb. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there he is. A little pilot for the ATST. Good detail on him. Okay, and let's get the vehicle out. How's this held in? Maybe I'll push from the back. I might just pause the video for a sec. Okay, I got him out. Wasn't easy, but I did it. Look at the how they describe the points of articulation. His ankles rotate. His knee joints. What am I saying? Its knee joints move. The hips, I guess you'd call them. Hip joints. This part rotates. The cabin. Oh, rotate right off. just push it back in. Yeah. This little gun rotates. This gun at the front goes up and down. So he sort of stands up like that. Let me zoom in a bit. Is that how it looks in the picture? Oh. I think the knees are supposed to be at the back somehow. Yeah, more like that. Like the knee joints at the back. More like this. According to the picture, yeah. The knee joints really go up high. And then this comes down at the front. And then, yeah, more like that. And then the little hatch opens on top. And there's a little control cabin in there, little place. And apparently this guy just sits in there. Does he bend at the hips? Oh, he does. How cool is that? They think of everything, don't they? He's got little movable hips, so he can. Don't tell me his arms move too. Are you serious? Does his head move? No. His arms and hips move. Oh my God. So he can sit in there and wow. That is cool. Close him in there and he can sort of walk along like a chicken. That is cool. Thanks, Rob. That's a crazy looking model. It's plastic, but the detail is amazing. Look at that at the back, all the machinery and stuff. And look at it. Look at the feet. Has he got guns on his feet? I can't remember. It's got a little like side gun here, I think, and then the main gun at the front. It goes up and down. And the whole cabin part can rotate. But you got to be careful as it comes off. And yeah, look at the joints in it. Got a hip joint, like a knee joint. It's got the ankle joint. It can move. It's just amazing. It's even got a bit of weathering on it. That's cool. All right, time to get the little guy out. He's had enough in there. He wants to get out. Not his best angle, but yeah. I can't get over how detailed this little figure is. I mean, he's less than an inch tall, but look at that. He's got his little sunglasses sort of things on, his little nose, belt buckle. When he was standing up like that, I was thinking, how am I going to fit him in and close the hatch? But actually you can see it. Amazing. Okay guys, that's enough. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, huge Star Wars fan here. And like the calendar says up there, may the force be with you. Thanks guys, see you later. Bye.